Alrighty guys, it is Qaaman here today, and today I'm going to give you a trip down memory lane. Do you remember that old school Dragon Ball guy that you watched a while ago? Well, I'm that guy, and I'm here to give you a lot of updates about life stuff and nothing but good news. I just needed to explain to you a lot of stuff because I've been getting a lot of messages from you guys, and I needed to resurface. So, the first thing we're going to discuss is being hacked, and the funny thing about all of this, guys, is this is the second time that I got hacked in a year, and I never really got hacked in my life prior to this. I got hacked when I was like 18 or 19, like somebody got in my bank account. Ironically, after I gave a presentation in a college course on how to protect yourself from identity theft. And outside of that, I mean, I've been pretty tech savvy throughout my entire life, and I have an idea as to how I got hacked the first time. I think I clicked on something in an email that gave me a virus that the hackers used to get into my account. But the second time that I got hacked a few weeks ago, it was crazy because I hadn't gone to any dark sites. I didn't click on any emails. Every single time that I get a sponsorship opportunity, I always ask the person to verify that they actually work with the company, or I actually go to the company itself and ask somebody there if this is an official email. Like, I really check what I do now, to make sure that I don't get hacked again. And this time that I got hacked, it was crazy because it kind of just happened. Now, they didn't fully hack me the second time. That's why I got my channel back in just a few hours. The first time that I got hacked, it was a much worse scenario because of the fact that the hackers not only got into my account, but they changed all of my backup information and deleted it. So all of my backup emails and my phone and all of that stuff, I couldn't use that to get back into my account. And that's why the first time was so much worse. The second time, I mean, it was bad, but I still had control over my account. It was like I was sharing the account with the hackers. So, in fact, I was actually on my phone driving back home when I got hacked. Like, I got a bunch of messages on Discord, and I actually went to my information on my YouTube channel and deleted the live streams that the hackers were putting up on my channel. So, I could actively stop what they were doing. And then when I got home, I changed all my information, contacted YouTube. They did a purge to figure out what happened. And, from what we're seeing right now, everything seems to be fine. But, you never know with hackers nowadays. But yeah, I mean, I think I'm in good space right now. I could be wrong, but I think I'm in a good space right now when it comes to not being hacked anymore. But I'll be honest, being hacked twice in 1 year is definitely a unique experience, considering the fact that, throughout my entire life, I've always been a fairly tech-savvy person, only got hacked once before, but that's just a little off track there. But my point is that I'm back. I stopped the hackers, at least for now, and we'll see where we're going to go from there. Now, let's talk about YouTube. So, you guys would know that I've been doing YouTube for over 13 years. Now, the truth is that I didn't really have a following until about 3 years after I was already doing YouTube. So, I started in 2011, late 2011, and then it really took me about 2.5 years before I got a following, because the first 2+ years of my YouTube channel, I was just really making Yu-Gi-Oh videos and just, trying to figure out what I even wanted to do with the channel. And then I just got bored one day, did a Dragon Ball discussion. It didn't explode right away. It wasn't like I got views on it immediately. It was more so I just uploaded that video, and then a few months passed, and then it had thousands of views, and then hundreds of thousands of views, and then I just kept doing more Dragon Ball. And at that point, there was no such thing as a Dragon Ball YouTuber. There were just a few people that did Dragon Ball videos, but there was no term for Dragon Ball YouTubers or anything like that. It was just myself, Black and Fist. Then I bumped into Thundershot and Rhymestyle, and from there, the community started growing, and then Dragon Ball Super happened, and then that's when the term Dragon Ball YouTuber came around, and, everything changed. And the crazy thing about all of that, guys, is throughout these 13 years, I've learned something about life, and I've learned something about self-reflection. If you're insulated, if you are in a first-person view, it's really hard to see what's on the outside. And I've heard this from a lot of friends who were trying to give me advice about my channel, but I couldn't really understand it. Because like I said, it's in first person. If you're walking down the street and you're in first person, you can't really see yourself. Like, you can see what you can see, but you can't really see yourself unless there's a mirror. You know, like, other people are seeing you as like a physical 3D body moving, right? But you can't see that because you can only see what you can see. You know what I'm saying? And I'm relating all of this to YouTube and saying that I've noticed that myself and, some other people in the community who have been doing Dragon Ball for years, when you have a formula that works, right? And when you're somebody who was one of the first people to do the formula, like when you are the originator yourself, and this is what you did that worked, it's kind of hard to separate yourself and see what other people say and say, okay, this style is kind of old. It's kind of hard to see that because you started doing this is what worked, and other people come after you and start changing. It's very different when you're the first person, guys, or one of the first people to do something, because the competition comes after you. You don't go after the competition. You know what I'm saying? And because of that, I've really been studying over the last few months. I've been learning how to use CapCut, learning how to use AI. I've just been really working behind the scenes on how to improve the quality of my videos. And granted, I mean, it's going to take a lot more work to do it because I'll be honest, the modern editing style is something I can definitely do, but it's very time consuming. And I've been, planning out a lot of videos. I was actually working on a future Gohan video, right before I recorded this. And I have a lot of good stuff in store for you guys. Yeah, I did not forget about Dragon Ball Daima. I am going to pump out all of those reviews like rapidly, like one at a time. Like, just pump them out, and then we're going to get caught up in about a week. So don't worry about Daima. I am going to do all of the reviews. I just needed to take a step back and self-reflect on where the community is. Where am I falling behind in terms of competition? What could I do to improve? I still think that my analytical skills and all of that, I still think that that doesn't really need to change, but I just think my presentation and the visual presentation has to definitely be upgraded. And obviously, I've learned a lot of stuff over the last few months. I've been learning a bunch of stuff, especially with AI. I mean, like, I'll be honest, guys, AI is a daunting task. It's like a rabbit hole that never ends, but, it's necessary for people to change over time. And not saying to copy what other people are doing. I'm obviously going to do this in my own style. But I really needed to step back and look at myself and say, okay, what am I doing wrong? What could I do better? And how can I make you even better videos than I did before? Instead of just pumping out content, trying to do videos as fast as I can, just to get a video out. And when you do that, I mean, people are still going to like your video, but you don't have that kind of consistent feel in the algorithm when you do that. Like, you might have some videos that do well, but when you just pump out content just to pump out content, it just doesn't last. Like, those videos don't have like a good lifespan. Some of them do, but I've just noticed that style of just pump, just get content out. It's just never been my thing, guys. I've always been a person that prefers to do less videos, but the few videos that I do are like really like well edited and thought out. And for a lot of my videos, they're scripted. Like, I write like a 3, 4, 5,000 word script for a video. Yeah, I'm serious, guys. Like, I've written 3, 4, 5,000 word scripts for videos. I really prefer to do stuff like that. Nowadays, people just want to talk about a lot of stuff, and that's fine. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with, that pump out content, but it's just really not my style. So, overall, guys, I'm here to give you some of the holiday spirit and say, no, don't worry, nothing happened to me. I'm fine. I just needed to take a step back and really just study. And really just learn a lot of editing tricks that I simply just didn't know prior to me taking a brief hiatus from YouTube. Like, I've learned a lot of stuff with editing over since I'd say about September. That's when I really started learning a lot of additional editing stuff that I didn't learn before. And in a very short amount of time, you are going to hear from me again. So until next time, please remember to rate, comment, and subscribe. And remember, as I always say, to have a great day, guys.